This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown. We not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up on the street, cause them Bulls out the pen and they about to stampede.
The Steelers, everybody has been putting us on notice. Sunday Night Football has ranked us number 5. The NFL Twitter account, Power Rankings, number 15. Nate, if you had to power rank this, where would you put us? Would you put us top 10, top 15? Do you crack those lists? Where would you put us if you had to power rank us?
2 and 2. When you didn't think that you would be this good this quickly with a rookie quarterback, I would have to say, and I'm not going to argue with the rankings. If it's a top 10, top 15, I'm good with that. Probably somewhere between 10 and 15. I want to see a little bit more before we jump the gun. I would love to say, between 10 and 15. I think that's a more reasonable expectation for right now. I think if you go higher, now you're comparing yourself to the San Francisco 49ers, the Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills of the world. You kind of have to, I think, slow your roll. I'm so excited. Let's see what happens again on the road. Right now, Texas have won a game on the road very impressively, I might add. And so let's go into Atlanta and beat Desmond Ridder and the Falcons. Come on back. And then let's reevaluate. But right now, I think top 15, you're in pretty good shape.
All right. Crenshaw.
Yeah, I say about 12, and the reason why I say 12 because of the margin of victory we won the last 2 games, and that plays a key factor just like college football. And the last time we was 12, maybe it was 2018, 2019 in that area. So I'm excited that we get national love the positive way because we was getting the negative way the past couple of years. So I say 12, and like Nate say, we go in and beat Atlanta. Oh, they really gonna be on notice then.
Right.
BT, anything there?
Yeah, I think that the rankings between 10 to 15, as Nate said, is right on the money. Where exactly would I place us? I mean, that's kind of debatable because we really didn't show up on the Colts game. The Colts game really had me confused and that's why I said I don't think we had a shot at winning the Jags games because what you saw out of that Colts game, in all reality, that was pathetic. What you saw out of the Jags game and particularly the Pittsburgh game was fantastic. It was obscenely amazing. It was way better than I ever expected. So the disparity between what you saw in the Colts game and what you saw in the Pittsburgh game is night and day. And so I think I understand why Nate wants to say that we need to slow our roll a little bit. But I got to say, I haven't felt this good about the team in so long that it's almost impossible for me to slow the roll. I think our offense is so high powered right now, and that we definitely, in my opinion, found the best quarterback of the draft. That it's impossible to say that we shouldn't go elsewhere. I know we're going to talk about expectations in a minute, but my expectations, and as well as other Texans fans, is that we are going to start beating these teams as opposed to before it's like, I don't know, 50-50 shot or, oh, I don't think we have a shot. My expectation is we are beating these teams now. So expectations are changing. I think the rankings does follow that. Another thing to keep in mind is our strength of schedule is on our side. We are not facing teams that are as hard. We thought that the Bengals were going to be a powerhouse, but because of Burrow's injury, they're nothing right now. T. Higgins is also injured with a rib injury. So so you've got injuries that are deflating there. You got Deshaun Watson, who we also play, that was supposed to be able to play with a shoulder injury, and he said, "Nah, I don't want to play." Right? The doctor said you can go, and he said, "Nah." We just tore up Kenny Pickett. Pause. So and the only AFC North team was the Ravens, and that was the very first game that we played of the year. And the AFC North is supposed to be a very, very tough, right? So we play the Jets. What do the Jets look like? The Jets don't have Aaron Rodgers. Zach Wilson looks like a fool. So the thing is, our strength of schedule is on our side, and that's why I think that plays up in our ranking, not just because of what we see in the past 2 games, but if you look in the future, the teams that we're going up against. It's not like we're going up against the 49ers, right? It's not like we're going against the Miami Dolphins. We aren't playing those caliber teams right now, so I think the rankings actually favor us closer to 10 than further away.
Okay.
Yeah, because we do have the easiest schedule in the AFC. So basically, we could low-key be the Giants of last year playing a favorable schedule, sneak into the playoffs, maybe get a win or so. So that's a very good point, VT.
Just hopefully we don't become the Giants of this year next year.
Yeah, you gotta be a little careful.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a rookie coach, rookie quarterback, you're gonna have some setbacks that maybe you weren't looking forward to. And here's the other thing that you also have to consider. When you have a rookie quarterback, there's some things that other teams don't know about you. VT, as you pointed out, the first game you saw the way they played against the Indianapolis Colts and Anthony Richardson, that's not what you exactly expected, right? So what the Houston Texans were able to do is make adjustments. You saw a different team after they played Baltimore. You will start to see other teams make adjustments against the Houston Texans. And with C.J. Stroud, they will begin to understand what they need to do to play against the Houston Texans. Now, the advantage that the Houston Texans have is that they have a really, really good defense. Strength of schedule, you're absolutely right. It's not as strong as we thought it might be from the very beginning of the season. And no one expected C.J. Stroud to mature as quickly as he has. But I still think there is a little cause for pause because you're talking about a 17-game schedule.
Yep.
And lots of things happen in 17 games. I have to see a little bit more before I jump and say, oh, yeah, we're right there behind the San Francisco 49ers, you know, those top teams in the league. When they actually do it, then I will be a little bit more satisfied. But I think the other thing we have to look at is the run game. C.J. Stroud's not going to be able to do what he's doing the entire season. I don't think. When you look at the numbers, and I keep talking about C.J., when you look at the numbers against Pittsburgh, 306, 280 against Jacksonville, 384 against Indianapolis in a loss. And then you had Baltimore, 242 yards. So, you know, while it may feel good and it looks good, I'm pulling it back just a tad because I don't want to be disappointed at the end of the season thinking, man, maybe they could have won 12 games when they only won 9 or 10. So I want to be a little careful. 9 or 10, when a lot of people expected 6 or 7, you know, I'm a little bit better than 6 now. I will say that. I'm better than 6 wins because I said I predicted 6. I'm a little bit better than 6. I think I had John McClain on the show with me when we first started. He was thinking about 6 or 7. I'm thinking more like 9.
You not really in touch if you not tuning in. This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown. We not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they about to stampede.